and welcome to tonight's episode of Ninja Talk. The title for tonight's episode is The Path to Revenge with Afro Samurai. All right, so we all watched the 5-episode series and the movie. What did you guys think?
It was amazing.
So let's start with Carl. Carl, what were your thoughts on both?
My bad. I'm on antsy, but
go ahead.
it was great. It was great, man. My favorite part was the love scene. When homie Splax, what was it? That girl that he grew up with.
Yep.
Yeah. I love scenes, so it's like that part was my favorite part of the whole movie series.
Mm-hmm. Did you have any other favorite parts?
Not that I could think of off the back of my hand.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's the only one I can't come up with off the spot. But no, it was great though. It was great.
Okay. Drina, did you have any favorite parts?
No.
Why?
No.
Why not?
No. I thought this movie was so weird. It was so dramatic for no reason. For no reason. And it was just, I felt like it was just all over the place. I got it. I understand it, but yeah, it's a no for me if I have to like recommend it for somebody, and I wouldn't do that.
Wow.
I wouldn't do that. Yeah. It was weird. No.
We know where you stand.
Yeah.
Mike, how about yourself?
I think the show and movie is a solid like 7 out of 10.
Where that's pretty high.
That's a little too high, but okay, go ahead.
A little too high. I mean, I enjoyed it. I just think from like a plot perspective, it could have been better. Like the whole revenging your father thing. All right, first of all, why did the dad take his child to a battle to the death with the number one
headband? He couldn't find a babysitter, bro. He couldn't find a babysitter, so he just like, yo, son, come on, go, do this thing. Just sit here and watch.
Oh man! So like, right off the bat, the premise was like, like what? And then it's like, okay, so you want to get revenge for your dad. I get it. Why do you have to get the number 2 headband to challenge number 1? Why can't you just go challenge number 1?
That's a good question.
Well, I mean, I remember them saying something about like it's like the legend, like you can't challenge the number 1 unless you have the number 2. But,
they say that.
Yeah, but at the same time, it doesn't make sense to be like, all right, so I need to get a piece of cloth to come slice you up. That don't make too much sense.
Right.
You know how much bodies he left?
Bro.
He
left an unreasonable amount. It was just like, first off, like, the whole revenge, I need to get revenge from my father. It's been done so many times. And I mean, honestly, I can't say it was done well in Afro Samurai. I mean, there was like no plot, no character development. I mean, that being said, the art style was fantastic. I enjoyed watching it, but mainly for like the art and like the scores, which are also pretty good. But like just trying to keep up with the like everything that was going on, it's just like my head hurts. I don't know. Like I was saying before, like this is supposed to be taking place in like feudal Japan. And dudes be like pulling out rocket launchers, cell phones, like high grade binoculars. I'm just like, this don't make no sense. And meanwhile, Afro just walking around with a sword.
Slicing bullets.
Exactly.
Slicing bullets, bro.
My God.
Like some bombs too. Homie was like some bombs too.
Yeah, like, and then like I do have to say like what I think my favorite character of like both would have to be Ninja. Like Ninja, his imaginary friend.
Oh,
That's
that was
his
his
name?
name?
Yeah.
They said it?
Oh,
I
snap.
looked up like the synopsis for it, like
okay,
you know,
okay.
and like who who voiced who, and like it was like Samuel L. Jackson voices, obviously Afro, and then Ninja.
And Ninja. Gotcha.
That's interesting.
So
Now, is it an imaginary friend or is it like a part of him, like a split personality almost? Because that was the vibe I was getting, like a split personality.
yeah, I mean, I was getting that too.
Yeah.
But I think when because when he finally towards the end when he finally like battles Justice, Justice was like, oh, I've been watching you like this whole time, and like the amount different all the bodies you've been leaving behind you, and like when your imaginary friend got
Yeah.
killed. So that's why I decided I just
Sure.
figured it was just an imaginary friend. But that being said, at first I was confused as hell because there was that scene where he's like smoking, and then he like smokes it, then throws it away, and then Ninja catches it. So I'm like, yo, he has to be a real person. Come to find out, he's not. So it's like that scene doesn't even make sense.
Right.
Like, I don't.
It took me a while to realize he's not real. I think I figured it out when he was with the girl and Samuel L. Jackson's going off talking about, hey, bro, you need to hit that. Yo, you need to do X, Y, and Z. And then he like disappears into like the ceiling. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, and the Raptors.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of why he was my favorite character, because he's just like that comic relief that we don't really need. But Samuel L. Jackson's delivery, it was good. It was good.
100%.
Yeah.
So yo, quick question.
Yeah.
So remember in the like near the ending when it was I think it was the second to last fight where I think he was fighting the robot samurai, this robot
Rebel Afro
version of him.
Yeah.
And I think that was the one that sliced up Ninja, right? It was during that fight that Ninja got.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So he was about to Afro was about to get cut up, but Ninja took its place. So if he's a imaginary character, like part of his like imagination, does that mean he just dodged that?
I don't know. I don't know. So I'm telling you, like, none of it made sense. Like, bro is like, smoking, physical cigarettes, but he's an imaginary being. He's taking slices for people, but like, how? You can't. You're not real. So it just. I mean, and that being said, I know it's an anime, but at least try to make it make sense.
Yeah,
please.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think with Ninja as a whole, I don't think we're supposed to like think about it that deep.
But I can't help it though.
That's true.
Especially since he comes back in the movie. I'm like, how am I not supposed to think about it? Like, dude gets sliced up, and then he, the movie starts and he's right back. So
comes right back.
Like,
I did not.
Go ahead.
I did not like how the movie ended.
I'm right there with you, bro.
It was like the biggest middle finger to like plot development ever, because it like built up with a climax, and then it was like just dropped. It's like, damn, like yo, like how like football players be doing push-ups. It'd be like it dropped like that. Cause I was just like, oh damn, like you thought like Shorty was gonna fight or something. Like you thought something was gonna happen, something big, and it was just like a big old middle finger.
I mean, I love how every fight seems like 30 seconds in reality. Like it was like, yo, I'm here to fight you, bet. It's a wrap.
Like you look away, oh shit, the fight's over. What happened? Like let me rewind it. But that, all that being said, like I guess it was really it was like the talk of the town when it first came out in like what 2007.
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually never saw it till now. So.
Yeah, me neither.
Same.
But I did hear about it, and like all the hype was like, oh, okay, I might try it, but I never got around to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it also had 2 games. I think one came out in 2009, and then like a second one came out in 2015. But apparently the ending to one of the games is different than the ending to the series or something like that.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a dope concept. I just think it could have been better executed. Like they could have told a way better story.
Oh, of course.
Way better story.
Story was trash.
I think it was like kind of like the first time we're seeing a black guy with actual black hair get his own anime.
Right.
Like most of the times when you get like a black character in anime, their hair don't match.
The stereotypical big lips and crazy looking hair. I'm like, bro, I don't even look like that. Where you getting that, bro? Like, come on. I don't know. It's just so I think that might have been why there was so much hype, because like this is the first kick-ass black dude that we have, and an anime style show. Like, damn, that's crazy. Mind you, that being said, they didn't really care about plot, character development, none of that. It's like, oh, let's just do this generic revenge story, put all this technology and stuff in it, and let's make it happen in feudal Japan. Like, okay, so you're telling me that they had rocket launchers in feudal Japan? So is that what you're telling me? Is that what I'm supposed to believe right now?
I'm actually cool with the fact that it was a revenge story. It was just a bad revenge story.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's like it's one of those things that's been like done thousands of times.
Even then, though, I mean, like take a movie like John Wick. Basic revenge story, but it's fire.
Yes. I mean, because we got the legend Keanu Reeves in that. So I mean. And the writing and all that stuff was good too. So clearly that was not the case with Afro Samurai. Clearly. Yeah.
For sure.
Movie was trash.
Yes.
Care to elaborate?
I felt like it was too rushed. Like maybe that's why they just put all the scenes like so they were so short. Like they was rushed. Like I don't know. It was just I can't watch that again. And I didn't understand the ending when he gave that little boy the number 2 headband. It's like, why are you gonna get that little boy killed?
Yeah, basically.
That's not cool. What is he trying to be like? What is he trying to like make him follow in his like footsteps, like revenging his dad?
Keeping
dad? Why are you setting that little boy up like that?
Keeping the cycle going.
Right. I think he was basically telling him, hey,
half of his hair. I don't like that.
He had no hair.
Yeah. Oh man. I don't know.
The bald guy trying to like salvage like the little patch he had in the front. Like, bro, just shave it off. Stop. You don't have no hair.
Yeah. So who was the chick that was calling the dude with the bear head brother? If that wasn't the same little girl from the first part that he got jiggy with.
That was
a different. So in the movie.
So why is her name CO2? Isn't her name CO?
Yeah, it's CO, but the other girl's name was
like Oki.
Oh yeah, it was
different. Yeah, different girl.
Okay.
Pico.
But yeah, so like I think it takes place before like Afro challenges the sword mat, like the master. Like I guess they travel to what's his name?
I don't remember names, bro.
No.
Yeah, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Barehead.
Oh, yeah. Gino.
Gino. Yeah, Gino. So Gino took Afro to like some how like his childhood home or whatever, and that's where he introduced to Afro,
right?
Because and he's calling everybody his brother and sister, so that's why. Because she was orphaned too, and she had adopted by a family that lived there. Yeah.
My guy Gino in that teddy bear costume looks like the cover of Kanye albums.
Yeah, I was just.
You know what I'm talking about?
Is a great reference. Dang.
Oh man.
I do have a question though. Like, why did Gino like change all of a sudden when he was like when Afro was about to die? Like,
I
Right.
didn't really understand that either.
It's like you almost slit this man's neck.
So I think that's like because remember that little robot guy that like kept doing all those like like he kept altering everybody. I guess the humanity side of Gino was lost. So in that split second of seeing Afro getting beat up by his resurrected father, he was like, "Oh dang, that part of him revived again." Because like in the end, when he's like dying with his sister, she's like crying because like she finally gets to see her brother again, because he was just gone for so long.
Okay.
Yeah, but like so I think his humanity like disappeared because like he was like destroyed multiple times by Afro. She's like, oh, he's been broken so many, you like repaired him so many times. Like he's just a lifeless husk.
I also think that he was like stuck in revenge, and like he was, focused on it. Like, I need to get revenge for Sensei, and and then it wasn't until he saw Afro on the ground bleeding, dying, where he's like, wait, this guy's my brother. Let me not let him get killed.
After all this time, you trying to kill him, and then he pretty much messed him up in the beginning of the movie. Now all of a sudden, oh no, that's my brother. I gotta save him. Okay. I'm just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. But all right, just do you, Afro Samurai, do you?
Another question: what was the point of the empty seven? What were those things? Who were they? What was the point of them? The people with the numbers on this.
I think they were just people that wanted the headband. Yeah. I don't really think they had any like real significance. Just some other group trying to get the headband. That's all.
Who were the ones that I thought the MT7 were the ones that attacked Afro's adoptive father in that part where he's about to challenge Afro's about to challenge his adoptive father for the
right
number 2 headband. I thought that's where the MT7 came from.
Didn't they all die though?
Oh, that's true. That's true. Great point.
I know one of them died when they was playing the dice game, and that dude was pressing the buttons on their beard. I'm like, he all sliced that shit off mad quick with the quickness. He said, "Shit-ching." Like, I was like, damn, this motherfucker's crazy.
He was like, oh, I only play games that I know I'm gonna win. Nah, bro, you wasn't winning that game.
Right.
You're not the main character, so of course you already know you're not gonna win.
Plot armor.
Exactly.
There was a lot of plot armor in this show, bro. He should have died at the end of episode 1, honestly. My guy was on a bridge. RPG cuts it in half somehow.
Bro, plot armor, bro. Plot armor. Yeah, like, yeah, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody.
No.
Honestly.
I mean, just for the action scenes, I think.
My bad for suggesting it. Oh my gosh.
That was a fun watch, though.
When you think about it, there's better action scenes that I would prefer to watch versus the ones in Afro Samurai. So, I mean, I can't even give it that. But I do have to say, like I said, the art style was, very, engaging to watch. And then the scores were pretty nice.
Speaking of the art style, do Do you know, or did you look it up, that if it's the same artist that did Boondocks?
Yo, I was getting the same Boondocks vibes.
Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson's character, the inner voice person, Ninja, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like is a direct character from Boondocks. Like, I can't remember the episode. Maybe Sting. Yeah, I feel like one of the blind guys.
Yeah, Sting Meaner.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, this is the same person.
Oh snap! Oh,
it really was. But I know Carl said he was getting Boondocks vibes.
Yeah, that's what made me like think of it as I was watching it. But I think the art style was very, very similar.
Yeah, I think a few years ago I heard somebody say that to me. They were saying like the person who animated Boondocks was influenced by this show.
Ah, got it. Yeah. Makes sense.
The artist for Afro Samurai is Takashi Okazaki, and the artist for Boondocks is what, Aaron McGruder. So, you said you found a Reddit about it?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't like read through this post, but it's pretty long-winded. They basically think Huey is a descendant of Afro Samurai. Considering,
I mean, is it really that far-fetched though? I don't think so.
I remember Huey had some like mad skills.
Yeah, one of my favorite, like one of the funniest episodes I've seen is when he was fighting the was it a stripper or like the hoe or whatever the hell. They were like fighting in the hallway.
He fought a stripper?
Yeah, bro. You don't remember that?
Bro, hold on. You talking about Afro Samurai and Boondocks?
Nah, Boondocks. I mean, because Granddad picked up that hoe. He was like, yo, Granddad, that's a hoe. He was like, what?
I remember that episode. I don't remember a fight, though.
Right.
You don't remember that fight? Bro, like, Jit, she whooped his ass. Then he came back in the room. He's like, run, and just, like, fell.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It wasn't the stripper, though. But I know what you're talking about. It was that like Mortal Kombat chick.
Ah, that sounds familiar. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was like that Mortal Kombat chick.
Bro, I'm gonna have to find the episode now and send that to you. Right. No, it might have not been her though. Now that I'm thinking about it, it might have been somebody else. But he had his ass whooped, nonetheless. So,
all right, back to Afro Samurai.
Afro Samurai.
All right, so
he got his ass whooped, and I don't understand how he got up half the time.
There was no way he should have got up.
I don't understand.
There was just no way in hell.
Bro,
I'm not usually like a person to yell at the TV, but I was like, what is that? What is that? Every time he got up, I'm like, how? Like, you just got your ass beat. How are you getting up slicing and dicing?
Yeah, well, that being said, like, you remember in the beginning of the movie, he's just chilling in the temple, and then dude just like rides in on the bike, grabs him by the face. He's just dragging him all over the place.
Exactly.
They end up outside. He's, and just like, bro, so you're telling me you're not dead? Like how are you not dead? You just got dragged, like legit dragged, and you're alive.
Or even as a kid, when he first gets jumped for having the headband.
Yeah.
Bro, no kid is surviving that, bro.
But once again, that just comes back to plot armor.
For sure.
But like, damn. So they don't even care if you're a kid. Just gonna mess you up regardless. But I guess that's that life when you got that headband though.
True.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I feel like the whole like thing behind the headbands, it could have just been like done if they just like burned them. Like, there's no more headbands, bro.
Right.
Yeah. There's no more headbands, yo. So what is everybody really gonna fight about? You know what I mean? Like, so you're telling me this whole thing started because of some damn headbands?
Right.
Like, that don't make no damn sense. But then, like, when he's fighting Justice is like, like, it's not just about having, two headbands. You gotta have all of them. You see all these dead bodies with headbands and shit. I'm like, okay then. So I'm guessing there was more than just
I'm
two.
thinking that lemonade gave him some type of superpowers or something.
Yeah.
Yo, I was thinking the same
Drinking
thing.
all the lemonade and everybody else don't like it. Like,
They called it swamp water. Why'd they call it swamp water?
Tasted like ass.
Why else would you call it swamp water? Tastes like hot liquid ass. Come on now.
Oh snap!
booty crevice juice.
Ooh.
Mike's like, I'm.
Yeah, no, the whole lemonade thing was weird. It was just weird. So, like, you know, like you're saying, like, is he getting like extra life from drinking all these glasses of lemonade? But it's also funny, like, you know, bro, low-key, like, pulls out a decorated straw to drink some lemonade.
That was kind of funny.
And then the chick was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." Yes, it is.
Did you guys catch the Andre the Giant cameo? Y'all missed that?
That big black dude that came in?
Nah, not even that, bro. There's I think it was episode 2 where he's a little boy. It's a flashback scene. He's a little boy and he goes and interrogates this dude and asks where the headband is, where number 2 is. Before he hops in that room, there's like a lantern and it has Andre the Giant's face on it.
Oh no!
Wow.
I didn't.
I was like, "Yo, what?"
Yo, I kid you not. Afro Samurai was the blackest anime I've ever watched.
Yeah.
How come Afro cigarettes was all zigzaggy and shit, and then the ninja dude he was smoking Virginia Slims?
Yo, I thought those were blunts all the whole time.
Honestly, I did too.
I thought they were blunts
So I'm like, yo, so is my dude really fighting high? Like, so is he getting superhuman strength while he's high? So like, tough. Yo, let me get some of that. Like, yo, pass that this way.
I mean, hold on. Back to your point about technology and stuff. When were cigarettes invented?
Damn. You all here.
True. So like this whole thing, right off the bat, it just don't make no sense. Me in feudal Japan, we went, you know, we got cell phones. You be like, oh, yo, he's on the move. Like, bro, where'd you just pull that cell phone out of? First off, like, what we're not gonna do is just pretend like this is normal, because it's not. Like they're just like this technology. No, it just does not belong. And like it's just mind blowing, like how they just like, you know, so it's all just like, all right, so yeah, let me just pulling out rocket launchers from my backpack. Like, bro, no.
I still want to know how he sliced one of the things in half. Didn't he slice a rocket in half or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah. And a
grenade. This sword that strong that it didn't blow up and it sliced that clean through. And you still chilling? Like, okay.
Yep. And blew up in his face.
Yes.
Exactly. The bridge.
Chilling.
He's not dead.
Yeah.
Again, pull out armor, of course.
All he had was a broken arm that healed in like how long? How long it took that broken arm to heal?
A few days.
He was like Kong in the movie where he just smashed his arm against the building. Just got up and was like, I'm ready. Yeah. No.
Yeah. I gotta see, you know, I gotta see something better. It just, the Afro Samurai was just not, it just didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
Sorry. It just didn't.
Homeboy was low key a serial killer. Just like
high key. Homie was just going around killing people for no reason.
Since he was a kid, slicing people's throats.
And he had no chill about it. No morals.
Right. Wasn't phased.
No remorse.
Wasn't phased.
Like, I mean, he's walking around with a skull in his, like a head in his bag. So I don't have a problem with killing somebody because he got a dead ass skull in his freaking bag. Just walking around with it.
Maybe that was just a reminder of his revenge. Like, yo, you killed my dad. I'm gonna carry around this, you know, dead head, just to remind myself to keep going and get my revenge. Still weird. I mean, that doesn't make any less weird. I don't care what the reason is. You're carrying around a decapitated head. Come on. Yeah,
like what was the point of those rings on him? Like, what were the rings on his wrist? Was that just like a part of his outfit or something?
Probably just part of his He said, "Oh, you mean those wag ass things?"
Yeah, like bracelets.
Yeah, they're probably just part of his costume. Probably have, hell no.
He was wearing bell bottoms with some sandals.
Swag.
Yeah, nah.
No, I don't know. I did dig his hair though. Like that's the only thing I kind of did like. Is his hair.
Yeah, it's like a black cloud.
Yeah.
They said it had a greenish tint if you look close enough.
Yeah.
What black
I was
person
looking. I didn't see that.
has natural green hair?
No clue.
Bro, this is it. This is the world of Afro Samurai. Don't ask questions.
Facts.
None of it makes
Pretty
sense.
I was like joking to myself. I'm like, they must not have no dry forests or something, because they must live on wetlands, because they was just dropping cigarettes out their mouth anywhere. And I'm like, they ain't gonna catch nothing on fire. But that was just me being stupid. I'm like, it's a cartoon. Let me stop.
I mean, both this. I mean, with the movie, you just get more of the same from the series, which like I said, wasn't really great. There was no plot, no character development, no real reason to like stay tuned. Besides, like I said, the art and music. That was about it. Like that
art.
And some dope beats in the movie.
The anime opening is dope.
Yeah.
The softcore hentai.
That was Carl's favorite part.
You're wilding, bro. You're wilding.
No, but like it was just. Yeah, it was just.
That's why it was a miniseries, because it was just rushed. It shouldn't have been a miniseries.
Mm. Well, that being said, do you think if it had more episodes, it would have been done a lot better?
Probably.
Still like it. That's a lot of stuff to fit into 5 episodes.
True. That's true.
I think if they got rid of the whole headband thing, it would have been better.
Yeah.
Find another reason this person killed his dad and he needs to get revenge on him. Instead of this headband thing, it would have been a lot better for me.
Yeah. It's like trying to base it off everything that happened on headbands is just you just can't really get behind that. It's not a solid plot point for me to stay engaged.
Then the sci-fi, I can put away my beliefs and believe in this sci-fi Japan feudal Japan sci-fi world. I can believe that.
Hell no.
Oh man.
Can't do it.
At least it advanced the story.
Yes, it did. I mean, if you think about it, if the sci-fi wasn't there, the movie wouldn't be like invalid. The movie was kind of invalid anyway, but like all the things that happened in the second movie wouldn't have been able to happen.
Right. So. Needed that tech.
Yeah.
That's true.
That nanotech, biotech.
You needed Kanye's album covers to come through.
You know what I was wondering? That little circle mechanic thing that was building everybody, who made him? Why is he all like?
Oh, you mean the old guy?
Yeah. The mad scientist.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm saying no character developed, no backstory, no nothing. So he was just there to be there. So
I thought he built himself.
He probably did. I mean, think about it. Dude's like nuts. So he's probably like, oh, I got this, fleshy human body. Let me just put myself in a spherical vehicle and just survive. Like I said, all in all, it was just not for me. Just not for me. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. I mean, unless you're trying to find some background noise or something. That's what I would chalk it up to.
Trash.
It was a revenge story, but I mean, was it worth it? My guy kills his sensei. He leaves, I don't know, hundreds, thousands of dead bodies.
Millions.
All to kill this one guy. His dad challenged. Why his dad challenged him in the first place? No one knows.
No, because his dad was in number one.
He didn't have to go challenge that dude. His dad was number one, or was he number two?
Yeah, his dad was number one,
and that guy came.
Yeah, Justice challenged. Well,
okay.
I thought that was number two.
I thought so.
That was number one.
You sure?
What did they do with
the dad was number one.
Yeah, he was number one.
Sure?
Justice. Yes,
he was number one.
Smitty Waterman Jensen. Yeah. So his dad was number one, and Justice was number two, and that's why they fought.
Oh, okay.
So Justice killed his dad, and he took the number one headband, and that's why Afro had the number two headband, and he got messed up for it.
Right. They say serial killers are born from like a traumatic event. Watching your dad get decapitated fits that criteria.
Oh.
Yeah, true.
Oh man, my guy was low-key a serial killer.
Yeah.
So what was Justice? Was he a human?
He ain't human, bro.
No. Because he had a third arm on his back. Like, he's not human. Unless he was experimenting on us. I don't even know. But see, you don't even get no backstory into him. So it's like, okay. Like, I mean, granted, Ron Perlman, who voiced him, did a hell of a job. Hell of a job voicing him. Like, damn, okay, then Ron Perlman, doing your thing. But other than that, like, you just get nothing. So it's like, all right, why does he have a third arm on his back? Just carrying a knife.
Right.
So at first I was like, yo, okay, how the hell did he cut his head off with a gun?
I'm hip. I was asking the same thing. I was like, and then in the end, I was like, oh.
Yeah, it was like, okay, that makes more sense, but it's still weird.
Yeah, they could have told us that 5 episodes ago.
Well, see, that's how they build up the suspense. Like, oh, he killed him, but how?
That's true.
My guy took a spike to the head, was like floating in air, and lived.
Dude, how did you remember when he went into the ground and like he shot up at Afro's? Did he?
Yeah.
The hair?
I thought it was the head.
I thought it was the head.
I thought the show was over.
I saw blood. I saw blood. Maybe he scraped his scalp. I don't know.
I thought the show was over. I was like, oh, okay. That's what happens when you seek revenge. I thought that was the moral of the story right there.
I don't remember that part, to be honest. Which episode was that one?
The last one. The last episode,
one, bro.
Episode 5. He gets impaled.
Like,
yes, it was like. I thought he might have like missed it and went in his hair. I was like, how did he survive that?
Well, because like when that happened, he like screamed. He was like, oh, and I saw blood.
Thank you.
Maybe he just scraped his scalp. I don't know.
True. That's what I was thinking because it seemed like it was just in his hair.
Yeah.
And he was just pretending that he got killed so he can come up and like, let me get you. You know, I don't know.
Maybe.
Weird.
It was an interesting watch.
Definitely was.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it though.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I thought it was a solid 7. I just think the plot could have been better.
Yeah, I'm giving it less than a 7. And because there was literally no plot. Literally no plot.
The flashbacks helped a lot.
Yeah, the flashbacks helped a whole lot.
But besides that, it was just and just I mean, honestly, like if I like had a choice between watching that again or like watching something new, probably watch something new. It just didn't do for me. That's all.
Yeah. No,
that being said, it was an interesting watch. It's always interesting to see somebody's like, take a revenge or whatever.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree with you. I think after the first season, once I got into the movie, I realized, this is the direction it's going. Because it felt like everything was being repeated all over again when what was her name? CO was like, you need to find the second headband again and then come challenge me as the for the first headband. I was like, oh boy.
Again,
I can't go through this again.
You could have skipped getting the second headband and just go and challenge number 1. I don't know. The headband part.
No, they had to follow the legend apparently.
Nah.
Like, fruit that, just get a shotgun, start blasting people in the head. I mean, you got the technology.
But Samuel L. Jackson definitely killed it. He was like
He
the
did,
one,
For sure.
the ultimate bright spot of the entire series movie. I loved his character for sure.
For sure. For sure.
She's like, nah.
I mean,
So
Afro didn't really talk that much. So, I mean, like,
Right.
are you
So
talking about his character, like, voicing Ninja or, like,
the inner voice,
Yeah.
split personality person, whatever,
so Ninja?
imaginary friend.
Yeah, I
no, he
mean, like
definitely
I
did it.
said, Ninja was my favorite part of the movie.
Mhm.
Same.
SMH.
So, yeah, so I would say Ninja and then Justice. My top two favorite things about the movie.
Mhm.
Besides, and then the art style and the music. Those are my top four.
It had potential to be a lot better than it was.
Yeah, it does. It did. Actually, like you said, it's only a five episode miniseries. So trying to squeeze all that in. Obviously, you're just gonna get a train wreck, which evident. But
Right.
There was this one cool moment where in the flashback the little girl was like, "Oh, if today's my last day, I hope to see like those fireworks. Those are my favorite fireworks." And then flash forward, that was her last day, seeing fireworks, getting some D from Afro.
Did you see the ones that were messing around in the alley while the fireworks were going on?
Yep.
Too?
Yep.
Oh snap! Damn, I missed that part.
It was wild,
It was
bro.
getting it. There was butt cheeks out.
They didn't have it. Wait, that was in the movie,
He was
right?
hanging out. He was getting.
Yeah, that was during the festival.
Yeah.
Mardi Gras on that bitch.
The background noise was the fireworks. He was chilling.
Hilarious, bro. There was no need for that at all.
No, it really wasn't. There really wasn't no need. But hey,
Especially the scenes where they show boobage when like they were in like when the girls was laying on one of the empty 7 dudes. I'm like, girl.
And when Afro ran into Otsuru and she was showering.
Afro Ninja Samurai, my fault. Oh man,
you gotta love it, psych. No, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It was like hype when it first came out, but like after that, kind of just died down, and no one's really talked about it since. So, and I can see why.
Jinx.
that's all I got.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I gave my top 4 about what I liked about the movie. The rest of the movie was just not for me. So that's it for me, basically. Carl, what are your final thoughts?
I mean, I would watch it again. I mean, but that's just me though.
Nothing wrong with that.
I definitely agree with all y'all points. Like, with the plot development, the
Or the
disappointing
lack of.
ending of the movie. Definitely agree with y'all on everything else. But I mean, personally, I will watch it again. I'm probably gonna go watch it again.
Hey, it's free. Watch it as many times you want, brother.
True.
Oh man, it's great. That, ladies and gentlemen, is our show. All of us here at Ninja Talk would like to thank you for tuning in to tonight's episode. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to go follow us on Twitter at Ninja Talk 3 and follow our Facebook page, Ninja Talk the Podcast. Also, be sure to check out our YouTube channel, Ninja Talk the Podcast, where we'll be posting even more content. Podcast episodes drop every Tuesday on Anchor, so make sure you're subscribed to get upload notifications. Once again, my name is Eric, and this has been Ninja Talk.